Happy Pride, of course. Um, hmm. Do I sound echoey? I feel like I do. Maybe I got it. Okay. Okay, sweet. You can see and hear me. That's great. All right. What do you think? It's hard for me to moderate, y'all. It's hard for me to go, so I just decided to go big. Welcome, everybody. Let me get my timer on so I don't talk too long here. It's a little echoey. Okay, I think. Shit. Well, better. Okay, yeah, that was my. I guess I had my system up too loud. Let me turn it back down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Maybe that's gonna be better. Nice blue theme. Yep, yep, yep. Picking up on that, right? Hey, Jennifer Franklin, welcome, and thank you for that really generous donation. And Louisa also made a really generous donation recently, and I really appreciate it. I don't like to talk about the money, but it definitely keeps this ball rolling. And it also, for what it's worth, it keeps it free for other people, you know, because not everybody, sometimes people go through a rough patch and it's just hard for them to have money for anything. And I like that, you know, the generosity of others can keep this thing going. So I really appreciate it. And I really enjoy doing it. You know, I never thought that, you know, after COVID that we would still be going 3 years later. But I'm happy about that. Yeah, well, thank you. I am going to keep going, and I am on day 9 of my new health regimen, and I'll fill you guys in on that a little bit later when I know how to talk about it. But I'm feeling a lot better. I think that's one of the reasons I got the new haircut. Is like it's kind of like, you know, new dude, new you kind of thing. And anyway, so today I'm by myself in the Flow Kitchen. I always get self-conscious about having 19 cameras on me, but I think usually Ann or Tara or somebody is here Ann or Tara usually to fill that spot. So they're all on me. So yeah, you're gonna get a whole lot of views of me today. thank, thank you, Shelley. I feel that. I definitely believe in positive intention. And I'm pretty skeptical towards a lot of stuff like that, but I definitely believe in it. Yeah, thank you. The picture of the tiger. Yeah, you know, I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to come up with a theme for today's class, so I went with the tiger, and I really like it. Yeah. You know, that's another thing. Like, you know, like doing these little thumbnails, like I've always sucked at graphic design, but it's just fun to like have like a no stakes hobby. Like, you know, like I mean, I know all these look good, but I feel like they're looking better, and it's just fun to like. I really encourage you to pick up a hobby, especially if you're, you know, trying to, you know, if you just want to like broaden your horizons or just, you know, have fun in life. You know, a hobby you don't take too seriously is a lot of fun. Okay, so for what I thought we would do, it's a little bit easier when I'm by myself to either teach a straight flow class. Um, oh, you guys are being awesome. Oh, thank you. Um, it's easier for me to either have a straight flow class or kind of a technique class. So what I thought we would do is go through some HoopPath. And when I say that, that's not me like copywriting them. That's just like these are just when I say HoopPath moves or HoopPath techniques. I'm not really trying to copyright anything at this age. I'm just going over like if you went to a HoopPath workshop with me live, what a lot of the people there would be able to do. So we're gonna sway up, and then I'm gonna play some music, and I'm just gonna go through various moves. You can definitely make requests. I want to do a samurai move. I want to talk about lifts, and I want to talk about paddles. And we'll just play a track in the back, and then you guys can ask questions and um, do the stuff. And I'm gonna fix one thing because it's kind of driving me crazy. Perfectionist. Okay. All right. Let's get going. I only have 4 minute talk. That's good for me. I have got a song picked out. Uh-oh, don't do this, iTunes. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. All right. So far, so good. Yeah, I can't remember which one I... Actually, yeah, we'll just start with something super chill. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, nope, no, not chill. This one. All right. Perfect. I couldn't find a blindfold, so here we go. Shucks. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. I had always been since I can remember, since I was like 12 years old, I always would dance when music came on. I was a rave kid in my late teens and 20s. But it wasn't until I got into hooping that I really started to connect my movement with my breath. And the easiest way for me to connect to my breath was just to hear it. And I find it's a really nice, gentle way to warm up. I would be interested to know if anyone out there has noticed that they've got better at balance since getting into flow arts, or especially hooping. Because I definitely do. It's not even something that I think I really worked on. I think it's just something that happened. Audible breath in. One of the moves we're going to work on today is called samurai, or it is a samurai move that involves twisting. So if you haven't already, I really encourage you, before we get to the technique part, to Stretch a little to feel the power that comes from the twist. Oh, I forgot to turn something on. Okay, I am ready to sleep mask. Yeah, you know, people used to show up with sleep mask at my workshops all the time. Okay, kind of a short sway, but I'm ready to jump in. And I need to turn this back on. I'm about to go away, but I'm still here. Boom. 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 There we go. And there we go. Okay. Now life is good. You can see what's happening. Yes, your balance has improved. Sweet. What did Carla say here? Up. I'm doing a yoga challenge right now. Today's class was balance. Oh, sweet. Good. Okay. All right, let me put some music on. Like I said, this is going to be a playlist. Hey, has the echo gone away or is it still there? I feel like it might still be there, but I'm not sure what could be causing it, but okay. Let's do it. Uh-oh, wait a second. I got two musics happening. All right. There we go. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, like I said, today we're going to cover some HoopPath fundamentals. This is the first one that we're going to do. We've done this one before, and I just kind of like to warm up with it, and then we're going to do some samurai. But I'll show you the move first. This is the move. It's a pretty good angle. Let's just go back to that and leave it right there for a second. Okay. So the move can be done with a rising current, which means it's coming up at me, or it can be done with a falling current, which means it's falling towards me. I think it's easier in the beginning to do the rising, but it's a little scarier because the hoop is coming towards you. But I think it's easier. So you can see in the sort of bird's eye view here that my left hand is on my right side, and I'm gonna drag this hand across, whoop, and then stick the other hand in, and now I'm on the other side, right? So it's here. The hand brings it across and goes here. 90% of the people watching know how to do this, but if you're part of the 10% that doesn't, it's one of those moves that looks simple, but can kind of, and it is, but it's simple doesn't always mean it's easy to get in the beginning. Sometimes the most simple thing is the hardest thing to get, and this move might be that way for you. But this is a HoopPath fundamental, and one of the reasons for that is that it encourages a twist. We're going to be twisting a lot, and you see how my shoulders, actually let me give you the front. Boom. 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 Thank you, SRH. A friend of mine is moving to Boise this week. Sweet, good. But I love this as a move. Maybe I'm short shifting the music a little bit here. Here we go. Okay, good. Thanks, y'all. Now, I was saying that you could do a rising or a falling, And then when I'm drilling this move, I like to practice with swing breaks to swing it out and then bring it back to change the current. So right now I'm in a rising, the hoop is rising up towards me like that. If I do a swing break and I change it this way, now the hoop is falling, but I can still do the move, and it might be easier for some of you. I'm kind of putting a little toss on it. I don't know if that's showmanship or makes it easier. I really don't know, but so this is a falling, same move, just different direction. I'll give you the straight on here. Add in lots of little cool shit, like cool stuff while you're, while you're drilling it. Like this is me, just weaving, and then going back to that move. Put a little weave on it. Right? I really like this mix. All right, I'm gonna let you guys play with that for a second, so I don't get. So this would be the swing break, though, just to mention it. Swing. And a swing, so that's a swing in night. This is a swing in day. Swing in night. Night means behind me. That's a swing break. Swing breaks are really cool because they are a point, essentially a point, 1 point break. So there's not 2 points of contact. You're only on one wall of the hoop. You're only on the inside wall. You're not using your grip or anything to stop it. You're just using, it's just running out of momentum. It's like a swing. It's just like you get so high and then you got to come back down. And that's how you make the break. And so then this is the move if I'm adding these breaks. I like that one. I like the swing to the night. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Swing to the back. Oh, okay. Uh-oh, 2009 is here again. But they're fun. I'm actually having a lot more fun with this than I thought I would. I can swing out under a leg. So if I'm here, it's not a swing, but I'm bringing it back behind my leg. And you'll feel your heart rate come up the moment you lift the knee. All right, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to talk about this samurai move that I'm doing. I don't want to lose. Oh, we're doing good on time. Okay, cool. All right, so I'll bring the music down just a little bit to make sure we're all on the same page. Yeah, here we go. So samurai in HoopPath is all about just grip. It's just gripping the hoop. Now there is a sort of attitudinal aspect to it, which is badass, but not always necessary to feel that. And but it's a strength. It's really kind of like a strength type move. But gripping the hoop, and if you don't know this, I'm pretty sure this medical news still is true today, but they say that one of the best things that we can have on our side as we get older is grip strength. And samurai is like a cool, fun way to work on your grip strength without working on your grip strength. And so I like to I don't really want to torture myself, but I kind of like to see if I can hold the hoop nice and flat, and then bring the hoop onto me, and then pick it back off of me. And it takes some grip strength to be able to stop the hoop and keep it flat. And it also sometimes takes a little bit of compensation where I'm going to twist, like I'm holding the hoop this way, but my thumb is going to go down. I'm going to twist the hoop up just to make it look a little extra flat. Now I've got a giant TV in front of me, so I can see that I'm pretty flat there. That's a nice fold. And then this strength is a particular one that's hard to develop, but is awesome, and it really helps you. If you're a fire hooper, it helps you make these awesome samurai breaks. And this is where we're going with the move that I want to show you as a fundamental. But it does require that you can, at least for a second, hold the hoop pretty flat right here. Now, if you're weak in that area, all that means when you do this move is that you need to snap it at each end so you don't run out of gas. So this is the move, and we've done this before. Boom. Yeah, and now let me go back to that. So this is the move. If you've got a physical injury, you can't do it, don't worry about it. Now there's a couple of things that we can add to this to sort of make it look even better, or to feel even better and be even stronger. And that is if I let the twist go all the way through my body, so that like I'm feeling it down into my feet. Boom. And my feet are rooting. So I'm here, I'm gonna come up, and as I'm up, my elbow's gonna drop in. I'm gonna meet pinky to pinky, or that'll be the orientation, and then it'll come down this way. So it's like here, pinky to pinky. Do you see how I'm outside the hoop there? And then coming down. Now, once you get good at this, you can try to make it so that, it looks like you're staying within the hoop the whole time, which I'm not doing a very good job of, but you can kind of see how somebody with more skill than me could pull it off. But this is what it looks like. Boom. Bring the music up. Now, I'll tell you what makes this move feel cool is that when you come up, if you start to quickly turn your wrist when it comes up, so it's here, and I'm going to quickly turn it, and it's going to put a little pop on it, and that pop is kind of fun to play with. I'll show you what it looks like. And I completely know that you know that this is not a performance move. This is a total, like, by yourself hoop workout move. And if I want to stay, I can expand on this like I did before by doing one hand through both of it instead of switching hands. So I'm here, and it looks like this. That's my right hand. This is my left hand. And what makes this work is you're coming over here and you're essentially doing what we call an AM samurai break. The left hand is coming like across the body and then coming over. And that's how that, so it's a different feeling type break than what you were just doing. Yeah, this is if I keep both hands on the hoop, kind of a cool thing. I'm kind of doing an open samurai, but you could do a closed samurai. Actually, I like that. Actually, maybe y'all should do that because it's really fun. If you want to do the open samurai and keep both, and just meaning the hoops between your fingers and say, yeah, great arm burn for sure. But I'm here. Y'all, this is so hoop nerd. But I'm telling you, it feels super cool. So I'm here, my hands are actually crossed, I'm noticing. When I'm making these breaks, they're crossing. X, see how my hands are together there. Un-X. Actually, yeah, the un-Xing is what's creating the... Nice. Let's see, I'll get you a better angle there. Hands are crossed here, and I'm holding the hoop between my first and second finger here. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's just, you see my hands are coming apart. That's what creates the... Right on. If you're doing this for the first time, this is the type of move that's easy to forget. You're like, what was I doing with backs? And that's what replay's for. You can get on replay and be like, yeah, he showed us this thing and now I can't even remember how to get there. Oh, see, these are sticky, or these are like little back and forth. I guess you'd call that a sticky break, yeah. Boom. This is me taking it. Oop, nope. All right, almost broke my hands. Oh, yeah, okay. It's hard, but you can do it. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can totally flow out of this. All right. Probably like shut up backs. So just so we're not feeling lost, this is where we were at before. It's just a cool way to add. If you're a fire hooper, this samurai breaks are awesome. If you're a fire hooper, you stay nice and safe inside the hoop. You're nowhere close to the flame, and you can just break. Oh, nice. Okay. So, all right, I'm gonna let you marinate on that for a second. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to practice, and then we'll move on to lifts. That's a cool move too. It's like I'm here, I'm stopping it here. I come back and freeze it behind me. I'll show you. See, I'm making the pass behind me. It's kind of cool.
When the sun comes up, we can tell a new lie. We can do my and baby, drive, just drive. When the sun comes up, we can tell a new lie. We can do my just baby, drive, just drive.
Okay, fire away any questions that you have. But if your hands are getting tired of gripping, perfect, because one of the things that I tried to do in my HoopPath teaching, and HoopPath was a community. That's why I always say HoopPath instead of me, because like once I started teaching and the same students started coming back, HoopPath became a container, and it was much bigger than me. And I would watch some things I introduced come back to me from students and their expression and how they embraced it so much stronger, better, and smarter than what I intended. So that's usually what I mean by saying HoopPath. So with lifts, if your hands are tired of gripping, that's great, because one of the things that we try to work on in HoopPath with lifts is to grip as little as possible, because usually what makes, especially in the beginning for people, what makes their lifts kind of jerky is that their hands are trying to grip. And most of the time with a lift, you don't really even need to grip. Of course, there's no rules in hooping. Of course you can, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to show you the two most common, lifts and actually this might be a good angle, so let's just leave it right there. so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Okay, so the hoop is going to the left. It doesn't really matter. And we have an AM hand, that's the hand the hoop is going away from, and we have a PM hand, and that's the hand the hoop is coming towards. Actually, maybe this isn't maybe the above angle's the way to go here. Okay, so if I wanted to do a AM lift, that means if the hoop's going to the left, my right arm, if the hoop's going to the right, my left arm, then I slip my hand behind me here. I'm going to push the hoop away from the body so it can start to clear the body, and then my hand's going to wax up, and that's going to pull the hoop up, right? And probably 95% of you already do this. That's fine. I like to work on lifts even though I know how to do them, and I've known how to do them for 25 years or more. Let's see, no, 22 years. But lifts can be really fun, especially because a lot of times once you get a lift, you completely move beyond it, right? Like you're into something else, folding, flippy shit, whatever. But the lifts can be really fun. And the smoother, if you think of a lift like a paddle, like you're trying to continue the hoop's momentum. You're not trying to you're not flag pulling in it, you're not an elevator. You're following its rhythm all the way up, and it'll produce a really nice lift. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. We'll do some AM lifts. So I'm on my waist, and of course we can do these from the shoulders, and we are. I know most of you are probably more shoulder hoopers than waist hoopers, but just showing you. And I'm just going to keep the hand on the same. I'm not going to switch hands. I'm just going to do a one-handed lift and drop in. And that's the cool thing about working on your lifts, is that you're also working on your drop-ins, right? And so the drop-in is when you bring the hoop back on and you just give it a little push, and the grace of that push touch is really what helps your lifts look better. And again, I think if you think of lifts like a fundamental, they're fun to work on. If you think of them as a move that you mastered 20 years ago, yeah, maybe they're a little boring. But if you think about them as a fundamental, I want to keep my plane nice and tight. This is a stall. Now, if I want to do the other hand, so the hoop is going to the left, I'm going to do my left hand, or whichever you're going to use the hand. This is what some hoopers used to call the hitchhiker lift, and I don't really like the names, but in this case it kind of makes sense. But you can some people call it a seatbelt lift. That would make sense. But you're going to drop the hand that is coming towards into the hoop. The hoop's going to ride on top of this hand, and then you're going to push it up. And it's going to look just like this. Boom. Tree lifts I'm doing are AM.
Your line, don't cross them lines. What you like, what I like, why can't we both be right? Attacking, defending, until there's nothing left worth winning. Your pride and my pride. Don't waste my time.
Now, of course, if you combine the PM lift with the first tree drop in, then you're doing this kind of continuous thing. So I'm here. This is is this called Vortex? I can't even remember what this is called. But I'm here. First tree lift. Oh no, first tree lift to second tree drop in. That's what it is. An AM hand, going to the left. My right hand lifts, and then my right hand drops in, but doesn't bring it back to the core. Brings it back to the hand. And I know that, all right. Sorry, that was a little hard to talk over. Hopefully this is making sense. Is this making sense? Oh, Ula Hua, I just saw you. Sweet, welcome. Long time no see. Boom. I'm gonna bring the music back up for you. Since most of you know how to do this, I'll show you some fun things that you can do with this move. One is to go as fast as you can, and you'll really feel like what I do when I'm bringing it up here. It's kind of like sitting between my thumb and my hand, and I'll turn my wrist really fast just to put some extra snap on it. The more like snap you get at both points, actually, the night side exchange. And then this is me. I'm gonna add the other things we've been working on to this. And you see how this becomes its own flow? Like it's like 3 moves just over and over, but it kind of becomes its own flow. This is the chemo. This is the I'm within the hoop right here. I'm without. Now, if you're ready, or if you can shoulder hoop, one way to learn shoulder hooping is to drop into the shoulders and do a lift right away. And this is going to be our segue into paddles, but you'll drop into your shoulders. You're going to drop into your shoulders and then bring your forearms up and then push the hoop up. And that will cause a quick lift. And these are super fun. These are super beginner probably for most of you, but they're still fun. They're fundamental to me. Oh wow, they're fundamental. I didn't mean it that way. Maybe my inner dad is finally coming out. Yeah, okay, so let me just show you what this looks like. Alright, so this is kind of what some people, or what I used to call a paddle lift. But, so anyway, we're doing that move we were just doing. Oh, hey! Alright, so I'm going to drop in, boom, and then lift. And I'm just going to do these nice, quick lift, paddle lifts. Oh, nose. Oh, no, sorry. So this is a good intro to paddles. So if you're not sure what we're doing, I'm here, I'm doing all these moves we were just doing. I'll drop in and then just paddle it off. And I'll show you what makes this move, it's probably obvious, but let me just show you. What you're going to do is you want to snap. The hoop does not like being at 0 miles an hour. It likes you to snap it, right? So I'm here, and so instead of just like coming up and putting the hoop back on me, I'm going to put a little pop on it, and that's going to keep it nice and crisp. Boom, boom, boom. When it gets to the end there, I'm snapping my hand. Yeah. Thanks, Lisa. This is the snap. Kind of snapping it, and that'll whip it back onto you. And you know, there's level. I mean, you may not require a lot of intensity. Es amor. And then what I was saying in the beginning, I mean, like, you can do a lot of things in point position. Like, this is me just doing this move completely in point. It's completely on the back of my hand through the whole thing. Sorry. Sway before I hoop for sure. Alright, I hadn't heard the back end of this. Okay. Let's try some of these. lift paddles.
Vos lo sabías bien, soy un borracho. Más y que ya no me reclames. No me esperes, flaca, ya no me llames. Todos lo saben, prefiero ser MC. Hasta el farolito de la calle que nací. Tengo una balada para un loco. Que la confiese yo para mí porque estoy loco.
So I want to show you, like, this is what my hooping looked like from like 2000, like maybe 3 to 2006 probably, was just basically these 3 little moves that we've been doing, or these 3 concepts just over and over and over again. And I'm sure it was boring to people, but it was enough to keep me enthralled. I did a whole, the video that like put me out there, I did this video to Tool, and basically all I was doing were these samurai breaks, and people were like, that's badass, dude! Now it wouldn't even get 100 views probably, but back then... Ooh, those are fun. Ooh, those are hard, but they're fun. Ooh, nice. She owns it as she flies high through the sound, moving her body all around town. Hey, man, hey, man, I know you are, I know you are, I know you are. Sooner or later, the DJ bodegas will hold their lips in on the shit. Coming to terms on a shivery tip, but I hear her, she don't know the gravity she holds. She pulls on the eyeballs of all the kids standing tall. Okay. So, not sure how you guys are feeling out there. I'm having a good time. But it's tough when I'm by myself because I don't know if I've lost the room or whatever. But I thought we'd talk a little bit about paddles, and we've been on time, so it was almost time to just free hoop and take requests or questions. You can totally fire any questions away that you have. I'm up for them. I'm also taking requests for future classes, styles of classes, or whatever you need. We'll talk a little bit about paddles, and then we'll move into a free hoop. So a paddle is when you use your arms. From in HoopPath language, the legs are considered the core. So maybe it's weird, but they are. So core hooping, leg hooping is core hooping. If I'm doing, if I'm, oh sweet. So anyway, but arms are what creates the paddle. So yeah, it did go well. Thank you. They are what creates the paddle. And what I like to do, most people paddle up at the shoulders, but like you can paddle anywhere. But what I like to do when I'm going for a paddle, whichever hand I'm using, I try to keep my palm towards my core. This is how you learn it, to keep my palm towards my core, come up under the hoop, say this hand. So like as the hoop is about to roll onto me, the hand comes up and it's close to my core, and then it makes contact, and as it makes contact, I push the hoop, right? And so I push it and then let my hand go away. Boom. Okay, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. This will be our last exercise, and we will flow into just free hooping from here. Okay, so this heavy beat right here, I know it might not sound like this is the best song for paddling, but the heavy beat can really help you, and just doing one paddle at a time can really help you. So, just to keep everything together. So, like, let's say I'm going to drop in on my shoulders so I get some momentum on my shoulders. I'm going to drop in on my shoulders so I get some momentum on my shoulders. Drop in. The drop in itself is a paddle. Then I'm going to bring my arm up under the hoop, just make contact, and give it a push. But you can take this heavy bass and you can just boom. This song, yeah, this is a mix, and I will totally share it with you guys.
My head's now afloat, but my heart's drowning both of you. Don't tell me I'm cuckoo, 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 cuckoo.
Okay, so these are the paddles. Boom. Oh. There we go. Paddles are so badass. I love doing them. Is this me 1-2 in the paddle? And it's so easy just to slip in and do a night. If you're used to using your forearms. Oh yeah. Hey Lauren, it's on my SoundCloud. The entire playlist I put on my SoundCloud. It's public. In a second, after we finish it, when we get to Free Hoop, I'll post it. Now, what I like to do with my paddles, since we have a lot of people that know how to do paddles already, one of the ways that I like to fine-tune them, and I feel like it opens up more moves, is to keep my elbows close to the hoop. So instead of paddling, like, watch my right arm here. So instead of paddling like down here and you're paddling up, see how my elbow's tucked in? I like to bring my elbow up and paddle more, more in a sort of like this sort of slider angle instead of this really harsh 90 thing. So I'm here.
Yes, I do. Jump in, hold your breath, breaststroke. I must confess,
I can just throw a nice little lift in here. So I'm paddling. And all I do is just bring my elbow up. I make that paddle and just bring my elbow up, and I'm in Lift City.
just a little deeper.
I love that move, actually. This is a good one for a fundamentals, man. I'm palm to palm. I'm kind of like in prayer hands or whatever. And you can see that snap I'm doing.
Jump in, hold your breath, breaststroke. I must confess, fall a little deeper.
Nice.
You want to keep
I forgot how fun these are. Y'all should really try these if you haven't yet. I'm basically getting it on my hands or maybe my wrist. I'm not quite hitting the same spot every time, but it's fun. Lasso in. I like that. Wow. 2003 all over again.
To keep her by your side till the end, jump in, hold your breath, breaststroke. I must confess, jump in, hold your breath, breaststroke. I must confess, fall just a little deeper. Just a little deeper. Fall just a little deeper. Fall just a little deeper.
And then just to sneak in one more before the free hoop, like the wrap break is basically what we used to call a paddle break, which is a complete oxymoron that doesn't make sense at all. But you would push the hoop so that you'd come up for the hoop in a paddle, and then you would, as the hoop was coming around you, like let's say I'm breaking it, ignore this hand, let's say I'm breaking it with this hand, so if the hoop is coming around, I'm going to paddle, then as I paddle, right when it gets to, it's about to roll off, my hand will come around and latch the hoop, so it's like, boom. It's called a wrap break. Boom. It started to become called a paddle break for us. And you're not really trying to grip it, you're just trying to get on the other side of the wall there. Boom. Okay? So they look like this. These are AM paddle brakes. These are PM brakes. So it means the left hand's braking. It's like the hand that the hoop is going towards is doing the braking. These are wrap brakes. If I did sticky wrap brake, it looks something like this. Well, let's see. Yeah, something like that. Sticky just means you keep your hand on it through the whole brake. A sticky could apply to lots of different ways to brake. It just means that, like, I'm keeping my hand on it. Wrap. Hey Rita. Hey Rita, we're thinking about you. We're sending love. Alright, we'll just free hoop from here. Okay, I'm gonna play, let's see, I think I might mix it up a little bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna hop off of this and play something from my set last night, if it will load. Yes. Alright, it's a song I like. We've played this, I think I've played this for you guys before, but I like it. And it's a nice, like, sort of chill down song. So thank you guys for joining me. I'll be flying solo Tuesday night as well. If you have a request for that night, that's cool. I actually don't have anything planned right now, but I'm hooping every day, so I'll come up with something. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for commenting, liking, sharing, all that stuff that helps get it out there. And especially thank you guys for the donations. I really appreciate. Louisa, thank you for that very generous donation recently. All right, free hoop from here. Thank you guys. No more teaching. If you have questions, I'll totally address them, but otherwise it's just music from here. Alright, one vote for Mithy. Thank you, Sandrine. Thank you, everybody. Shelly, everyone that's chimed in today. Jennifer, everybody. Super appreciative. Lauren. SRH. Jennifer. Jackie. Hula Hula. Shayna. Cleopatra's was here for a second. Maybe she's still here. Love this track.
Yeah. Where did I lose my grip? I'm floating off the concrete, baby.
with something chill. Thank you guys for joining. This will be our last song. Actually, I like this one. We're gonna super chill. This is a stretchy song for anybody that's still here. Thanks again for joining. Thank you, everybody. Hopefully I'll see you on Tuesday. Hit me up with requests if you have any. Thank you, guys.
It's just so good the way it is.